Hi everyone, I'm Babatunde. Welcome to my channel Africa Everyday. Today I want to talk about the different method in which African scammers they think they attack their Westerner victims. I want to talk about the spiritual ways that they think they attack them, things that they do in order to attack them. I can tell you that more than 75% of African scammers they believe that there's a kind of spiritual power that they can use to control and to attack their Western victims. So I want to talk about those methods for this video. All right. Before I start, I would like to show my full appreciation to my patrons. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Even though my patron has been dwindling. For those of you who are still staying with me, thank you very much from the deepest part of my heart. I'm grateful to you guys. And for those of you who have been buying me coffee, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Most especially at Atomic Shrimp. Thank you for the wonderful support. I really appreciate you guys. All right. Let me go to the first one now. All right. The first one is the use of what we call Olugbon in my local language. We call it Olugbon. As you can see here, it's a cow horn with different kind of juju material inside it. There's sometimes with black soap we put it inside that will be covered with red cloth, then with tons of incantations. It is believed that if you mention somebody's name, you are holding the horn, and you mention somebody's name, their full name, that you are able to control them. You are able to command them. You are able to tell them that so person like Mr. Smith John, please go to Walmart and buy me $2,000 gift card and send it to my email. Yes, people believe that. I can tell you that. Yes, they believe that. So they go to this juju man and do it for them. And those juju men, they collect their money. Believing that once they hold a horn, with the cowries, with the black soap and other content, probably the head of a squirrel, everything together, wrapped in red cloth. That when they hold it with a very simple incantation and the full name of the intended victim, that they can control them remotely. Yes, they believe that they can do that, as you're seeing in this picture. All right, number two, the second way that they think they can control or they can attack Western victim is the use of what we call a sacrifice. Now, which is sacrifice in this term? We are referring to a kind of traditional plate, a god, like a calabash that is prepared. It will be prepared like food. Sometimes inside it you have boiled egg, what to call pap or eko in Yoruba language. You put it there. Now we have red oil. Put red oil there. Sometimes head of cat or any other animal we put in the calabash, as you are seeing here. Then it will be taken to intersection of footpath. Intersection of footpath. Then to be dropped there. Sometimes in the middle or in the midday, and sometimes in the middle of the night around 12 a.m. It will be taken there, and it is believed that once you mention the name of those people that they usually call, the victim that they usually called client, my client, once they mention their names, they believe that they have spiritual subjugation over those victims. Yes, they do it a lot. But there are some cases that I heard that for them to take the sacrifice, the calabash with other ingredients in it, for them to take it there, they have to do it stark naked. They will take it there stark naked during the day. These guys, they've done a lot of things that you can't even imagine, that I never thought these little children could do. The third spiritual nonsense that African scammers have done, that they believe they can do to their scammers, is that they sleep on a grave. Yes, they sleep on a grave for 12 hours. Some of them there have been videos online, especially on Facebook, where you see scammers, online scammers, usually called Yahoo Boys in a year. They sleep on a grave for 12 hours. Sometimes you see them wearing their normal cloth. Sometimes you see them wearing white robe, only the white robe, no other clothes. Then they lie down on the grave. Sometimes they do it as a group, sometimes they do it individually. So they believe that the lying, sleeping on the grave will give them what we call supernatural power to be able to give order to anybody to get you something and they will do it for them. Yes, they truly believe that, and we have tons of them trying this out. That's why we have a lot of juju men in Nigeria, because they truly believe that once they do this, they'll be granted a spiritual power that will allow them to be able to command their victims, usually called clients, to do whatever that they want from them, to send money to them, to buy again gift cards, sometimes to even create an account for them. Many of the money they collect, most of their most successful scams are being held by Westerners. I'm talking about those that will create an account, they will give them all their information, and they can use to collect money from the victims to now be paid to the Westerners' account, which the scammer has an access to withdraw the money to Bitcoin or any other legitimate way that they use to collect the money. The next method of controlling victims, when I say client, I mean victims. They usually call the victims client, but we know they are victims. So I can either mention clients or victims, just know that they are the same. Is that they'll print out the picture of the client. They print out the picture of the client, then it's taken to the juju man. Then the juju man will take the client picture, and along with a number of calories. I'm talking about the general one. We have some juju man, they may do it differently from what I'm explaining, but the general ones that I know about, because I know some juju man, so they've told me some of the ways that they used to do this. In case you are thinking, does this work? I'm going to tell you at the end of the video what I believe, whether it works or not. I'm going to give you my opinion. In fact, not just my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion with fact. That's what I'm going to tell you. All right. So the picture of the client will be printed out and then taken to the juju man. Then the juju man will take the client, the victim's picture, put calories on it, then crumple everything together. It will now be ground up. The picture and the calories will be ground up, of course, along with different kind of incantation. Then when everything is being grounded up, then the scammer, the Yahoo guy, is going to be asked to consume that powder in food, or directly, if they can just, they just scoop into their mouth and add usually gin. Now, what are usually gin? When they have powder on their palm, it's like, just direct it into their mouth, then they drink gin. They believe that once they do that, they've called the spirit of the scammer, the spirit of the victim has been called into them. As a result, they should be able to control the victim. That they should be able to control the victim. That's what people believe. And there are people spending millions of naira, I'm talking about thousands of dollars, paying thousands of dollars for this juju men. And some of them believe that this works. Yes, because if they don't, they will not be spending thousands of dollars to do this. They believe firmly in their heart that this works. The last one that I want to talk about, the last method, the last thing they usually do that I want to talk about is making animal sacrifice. Yes, animal sacrifices. They believe with incantation. Most especially, they usually make the sacrifice to the god of iron. Yes, they have god of iron. Each wooden effigy in Yoruba land, they require different things for making sacrifices to them. Like, for example, now, we have god of iron. It is the dog that's usually used as sacrifice animal for it. We have that. Then we have another one that we call thunder. That is usually called Shongu. They have their own. That one is usually, they usually use what we call Obi. Obi is kola nut. Kola nut is usually used for sacrifice and others like that. So they use these animals. They usually either use dog, ram, sometimes cow, and sometimes they may use something like rabbit to make it for the sacrifice. Once they do the sacrifice, they believe that they have the supernatural power to control the victim. All right, now my opinion now. What do I believe? Does it work? If it doesn't work, why are still people doing it? Why are still scammers? Let me say people. Why are still scammers doing it, spending their ill-gotten money on it? Well, The short answer is that no, it doesn't work. There is no shred of evidence that all these things, all this method, all these shenanigans that they do, that it works. No shred of evidence that it works whatsoever. No one up to now can come out with evidence that all these juju that they work. They don't work whatsoever. They don't. In whatever way. In fact, another one that is also very, very popular among them is that they go to the juju man to give them black soap. Then the black soap will have been mixed with different kind of things. Sometimes with human parts. Yes, many juju men have been caught when they ground human parts, sometimes the head or any other part of the human body. Then they ground it along with the black soap, and it will be given to these scammers to use to bathe. Sometimes in the middle of the night to bathe. In fact, that one is very, very common among them, isn't it, to bathe? So my opinion is that it doesn't work. Yes, it's just placebo and what they believe in. It never works. All right, that is about today's video. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll surely answer your question. Remember, you can also send me a parcel. It's been a while that I received a parcel. Please, I would really love to. I know the problem. It's too expensive to send parcel in Nigeria. I know the kind of country that I'm in. So if you are buoyant enough to do that, I'll gladly receive it. All right, remember, support me by becoming one of my patrons. I really appreciate you guys. Like and share the video and comment. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.